Hi, I'm the Nappy Lady, and today I'm going to be demonstrating the Bear and Boho all-in-two system. Now, all-in-two means that you've got two separate parts. You've got your cover and you've got your insert or your nappy, but that they attach together. And once they're attached, they become an all-in system, so it's just one layer to put on baby. So I'm going to start with the cover first of all. Now, the cover fits birth to potty. Birth to potty, I use that term loosely. It's kind of a one-size nappy, but it officially starts from about £9. Realistically, I think it fits best from sort of 10 to 12 pounds. And if you start at that slightly higher weight range, you kind of bypass the point where the nappy is really bulky on a newborn baby. So sort of aiming 10 to 12 pounds starting weight. It fastens with poppers, and it's got my favourite popper position, which is the vertical position. And this really does hold your tabs nice and secure. There's no chance of wing droop with anything twisting. You've got two poppers on each tab for the main bit, but you've also got this extra popper here, and that's a waist popper, and that's just giving you more security again and keeping it nice and secure. So when you put the nappy on, start with this one on the outside. That's your waist popper. Get your waist position right, that affects your legs where you put it, and then you put your main two poppers down. What Bear and Boho has as well is on the left hand tab you've got crossover poppers, and this is so that if you've got baby with a really small waist, put this side on first, and then this one, your right hand tab, can cross right over, crosses over to it, so it makes a smaller waist. Just popper that one for you. There we go. So it makes a really tiny waist. Now the length of the nappy is adjusted by poppers, and this has got lots of poppers on it. It's actually got 4 settings: 1, 2, 3, and full length poppers. So your top one is your male popper, and then you have 3 female poppers there to adjust the waist. So that's the full length setting. I'm going to take it right down to the smallest one for you, and all you do is you snap them together. Your top male one to your bottom female one. Okay. And I only ever tend to alter the length poppers when baby's changing a weight size. I don't tend to do it every time I'm washing it. So there we go, I've taken it down into the smallest setting for you, the waist up, so it makes it really, really tiny for you. And the great thing about Bear and Boho is they've got a middle popper, again one of my favourite things on a nappy, because if you haven't got that middle popper, you tend to get more sort of droop in the middle. It's not quite so secure. So that was in the smallest setting, but you've also got other settings as well. So I'll take it up into the next one for you. There we go. So I'm taking it up to the next setting, and you can see there where you've got, that was when I had it poppered onto the smallest, those are now visible, and you've got it secured here. This is a really busy print, but you can see how it's nice and tucked away there. Now let's go inside the nappy. Now at this point I haven't put the insert in, so I can show you the gusset. You've got a double gusset, you've got elastic here, and you've got elastic here. So a nice double gusset to help keep containment, and that's the same on both sides. And then also elastic at the back, and look at that elastic, really, really strong and stretchy elastic. Gives you a really good, really adjustable fit. Now let's get your inserts. So here's your insert, and it's got poppers on one side. It's got the poppers on the side of the logo. Now there's no right or wrong way to put this into the cover. The cover has one popper either end for the insert to go in. Doesn't matter which way, there's no front, there's no back. What I tend to do is I tend to put the side with the Bear and Boho label towards the back where the Bear and Boho is labels on the cover, but that's just me, it really doesn't matter. And it literally just poppers in. 2 poppers and you are done, it is in the nappy. And that insert has got really good strong elastic again, and it's got a gusset on the insert. So lots and lots of elastic there to help with containment. Now this is the hemp cotton blend insert, super absorbent. There's also the option for the bamboo as well, again super absorbent. Neither of these inserts are particularly quick drying, but that's because they're super absorbent fabric. Now what you also have when you buy the bundle, which is sort of the original nappy, a bundle comes with the cover, it also comes with the insert, is you get an additional insert as well, and this is a bamboo booster. And that just lays on top of the nappy. but you can fold it where you want it to be. So if you've got a boy, they tend to wee nearer the front. You can just fold it so you've got more absorbency concentrated at the front of the nappy where they need it. If you've got a girl, you'd position it towards the back. Often with a young baby, it's in the middle, but the choice is yours. You don't even have to fold it. I mean, you can fold it more, or you can just have it completely flat. The choice is yours. Now, this is a daytime nappy. For an average nighttime wetter, you can often get by with just this additional booster. But if you have a really heavy wetter, Bear and Boho also make a tri-fold bamboo booster which can go inside, but it does make it a really bulky nappy. Now, being an all-in-two, when you come to change the nappy, you need to take this insert out and snap a clean one back in, so that it's nice and quick to change, and it is only 2 poppers to take out. However, in real life, 2 poppers, taking that insert out and then getting a fresh insert and snapping it back in, I know at least one of my children would have run across the room by now in the time it's taken me to do the 4 poppers. So what I always do with an all-in-two system is I have 2 on rotation. So when I come to change baby comes along wearing their soiled nappy. Soiled nappy, I take it off them and I put it to one side, and I'm not going to reuse that nappy just yet. And then, as if by magic, here's one I've made earlier. And this one has been sitting on the change table, already made up, waiting for the next nappy change. So it's a different cover, different clean insert. So I would put that nappy on baby. Baby's nice and clean, off they go, depending on their age. You put them in the cart, they'd go off to play, but they're nice and saved. You're now left with your original soiled nappy that you'd taken off. So I would take out the insert and put that into the nappy bucket. And then I've got my wrap that's ready to reuse. And you reuse a wrap generally 4 times. 4 inserts, 4 clean inserts go into one cover until it needs washing. Of course, unless it gets soiled with poo. But that's what you're generally working on. So I've taken the soiled nappy off, insert's gone into the wash, I can reuse my cover. So while baby's still off happily playing in the cot, I then put a clean insert back into this cover. And then this cover, with the insert already snapped inside, sits on the change table, ready for the next change. So a few hours go by, next change comes along, I take off that nappy that the child's wearing that's been soiled, and I get my one that's already made up, put that back on them, and the same whole process goes again. So again, they've been cleaned in a fresh nappy, off they go, and then I deal with the soiled nappy afterwards. And this way it just speeds up your change table a little bit more. So you might only save you that 10-15 seconds of poppering your inserts in, getting it, but that 10-15 seconds when you've got a baby that wants to roll, climb, stand up, it's really, you'll be really thankful for it. So Bear and Boho is a wonderful little nappy, almost birth to potty, so from about 10 to 12 pounds is a really good starting weight, up to around 40 pounds, so that's more than your average or your sort of usual birth to potty goes to about 35 pounds. So you get a good range out of it. Super elastics inside and not too bulky.